All right, good afternoon. First time for me. I don't do a lot of afternoon and evening sessions due to work and fatigue. I get up bright and early. I'm a 3:34 in the morning kind of guy. I'm off doing my work or other stuff, and then by 7 o'clock at night, I'm a zombie. By 8, I'm asleep. So it's rare for me, unless I got a break or on lunch or something like that, that I'll play an afternoon game. But while having lunch and chilling, I saw YouTube. Someone I subscribe to in the community, Dice Generation. Oh my God, what's the name of his? Shoot, I can't remember the name of his channel now. Well, I'll put a link to it. Anyway, John, he's a great guy. It's really cool. He's been playing some of my games on his channel, but he fought the two Puerto Rican Hall of Famers, Felix Trinidad Tito and Miguel Cotto at in a Puerto Rican battle of the greatest, so to speak. And I thought that's a great idea. And he did it in fight card boxing. So I thought I would do it in Let's Rumble. So for those who don't know, Let's Rumble, I've got my Desert Island games here. These are my five favorite games, period, no matter what. If it's all I could do, I've got my updated list for my Desert Island favorites. Let's Rumble is on that list. So a Big Country Boxing Time, I talk about it all the time. It's my favorite boxing game. Well, it's the boxing game I play the most. It's my favorite in that it's a little easier for me to jump into and get into. Also, I don't have to worry about trying to rate boxers. So Let's Rumble, I only have historical boxers rated. If I want to play modern boxers, I have to do research and I have to rate them. So I've rated, by the way, Felix Trinidad and Miguel Cotto aren't in the collection of boxers with this version of Let's Rumble that I have, which was Championship Boxing. Championship Boxing is the full boxing game with all those boxers, but they're completely compatible with Let's Rumble, which is the fast version. Anyway, so I have to rate. If I want to rate boxers that aren't in here, I got to do some research. And I basically, how do I do my research when I'm making boxers for Let's Rumble? I do a comparison. So I try to find great boxers, in a certain weight, within a weight or so of the boxer I'm trying to create. I do some research on the internet and on Boxing Rec and try to get as many articles as I can where people are identifying or comping the boxer I want to make. So in my research, Felix Trinidad was most compared to Thomas Hearns due to his powerful left hook. And Cotto is most compared to Roberto Duran because of his willingness to get down and dirty and slug it out. And he's known for huge body shots. So I based Felix Trinidad and Cotto on those two boxers and subtle tweaks in their ratings for this. So I had to create these two boxers to play. So again, if somebody said, Jason, why don't you play this more? Why aren't you always, if these are your Desert Island favorite games? Well, because there's a limited amount of boxers, at least that I'm aware of. There's probably more boxers. I'm sure this game is getting love in the UK and gets love on Facebook, and I'm sure there are forum groups that keep this stuff alive and are probably rating boxers for it. But again, I'm not in the broader community that way, right? So I don't know unless somebody sends me an email and says, hey, dude, here's this is how they rate boxers for Let's Rumble or whatever. I wouldn't be aware of it, right? So without further ado, we're going to play my Desert Island. One of my 5 Desert Island games. And my Desert Island change periodically. I have a top 5 Desert Island sports favorites, and then I have my top 5 tabletop games, Desert Island. That's what this is. So these would be my top 5 favorite games. These are games that I would want, no matter what, to give me variety. Not just sports, but the things, if I'm going to sit down to play a game, what would I go to? What do I have to have, no matter what? Let's Rumble Boxing is the boxing game. All right, so here we go. Felix Trinidad, Tito, he rates out in Let's Rumble overall to a 36 fight rating. Miguel Cotto rates out to a 35 fight rating. So we're talking about a 1-point advantage for Felix Trinidad. That is nothing. So this ought to be one hell of a battle. And we got in the red corner, Trinidad, and we got in the blue corner, right? We probably do red and blue. Don't need to really, I know. And here we go. Round 1 underway. Again, Felix Trinidad rates out of 36. And Cotto rates out of 35. So, folks, this is literally going to come down to who outfights who. All right, we're going to get 5. Oh, already we're going to get a bonus. So what we do is we roll for a bonus points for Trinidad. Trinidad gets to take the lower of these two and add it to his score. So right now, permanently, for the remainder of the fight, he's at 38 until he fatigues. That's a huge bonus for Trinidad. That means he is sharp, right? He comes out, measures his opponent. So you would ask, well, how is that? Well, he came out, he measured his opponent, and he made some tactical adjustments in round 1. He's a better fighter for it. Right, let's find that. I want to make sure, again, I like to make sure I do it exactly right. But you roll, you take the lowest of the two, which is right. I always have to check that because it changes when they fatigue. So there's 2 rules. When you roll a 5, automatically a bonus to a fighter permanently until they fatigue. And when they fatigue, you roll and do just the opposite. All right, so anyway, he's at 38. So 5 and 6. So we come across 5 and 6 plus 1. So Cotto's going to be at 36. Guess what? Trinidad's going to win the round by 2 points. We come over here now. We're going to look and see what Judge 1 says. We're looking at 2 points. 9. 9 is 10-10. Ooh, 10. Whoops. First round, 10-10. Man. 8 is 10-10. Oh, so, whoops, I did it again. I wrote it on the wrong line. And the third judge, 3, says 9-10. Wow, Trinidad loses the third judge. So he technically won the round by 2 fight points, but he lost the round on the judge's card, folks. This is why you don't want to trust judges. You got to decide the fight yourself. Round 2, Trinidad 38. First round, Trinidad scores 38. Miguel Cotto 36. Remember now, Felix is at 38 and gets bonuses based on that because of that 5 roll. 2 and 0. Uh-oh. 2 and 0 is cut. So blue corner cut on a roll of 4 or 7. No cut. 3 points. So Trinidad is going to score 41 for this to 35. He's going to win that by 6 points. And we're going to go to the judges. 6 points. Judge 1. 10. I can't believe it. What is Trinidad going to do? 10. Oh, no. 10-9. There it is. Trinidad's going to maybe get a round back. And 8 is going to be 10-10. You got to be kidding me. So it's tied, folks. 20. Let's see here. That's 29. It was 29 to 30. And now it's, yeah, so it's literally tied. Oh, my God. Round 3. Here we go. And we're looking here 4 and 4. 4-4 is 0 points for blue. Blue scores 35. And again, Trinidad is at 38. Trinidad wins that by 3. And we go over here to the 1 to 4 column. We check the judges. 2, 10-9. Trinidad gets judge 1. Judge 2, 4 is going to be 10-10. This is a tough fight, and it's tight. 10-10. Uh-oh. Holy cow. This is a fast play game with a shite ton of details. So you think, God, that game's simple. Dude, it is loaded with important details. When there's knockdowns, knockouts, it's freaking cool. And, in my opinion, pretty dang accurate game considering it's based on a cross-reference chart. All right, round 4, and Trinidad is winning this fight by 1 point, basically. Or I should say 2. He's winning this fight 2 rounds to 1. Round 4. It's going to be 1 and 2. Not good, man. 1 and 2 is +1. Cotto with 36. Trinidad with 38. He wins by 2. And remember, we gotta look at their stamina. So in round 7, Trinidad will fatigue, and Cotto in round 8 will fatigue. So Cotto's got him by a round. What did I say? It's going to be judges again. And Tito wins the point margin, but he may not win the judges. 5, 10-10. Judge 1, 10-10. 4, 10-10. Man, this is a hell of a fight. They are toe-to-toe. 10-10. That's a tie round, folks, all the way around. So now it is 2 rounds to 1. Tie round won't help either boxer, technically. Round 5. 2-4. Uh-oh, it's getting interesting. 2-4 plus 3. It's going to be 38 to 38. We got a tie round. So we look at even for the judges. And 5. Judge 1 says 10-10. Man, this fight's going to come down to a knockdown or knockout. 10-10. Damn. They're going to tie 2 rounds in a row. 10 is 10-9. No! Trinidad's going to steal that round despite it being even. He needs to because he fatigues before Cotto. Wow, here we go. Round 6. 8 and 5. Interesting. 8-5. That would have been a good KD. 5 is +5. Remember, we also roll now and get a permanent kick for Cotto. 5 points up for the remainder of the until he's fatigued. 5 and 35. He's at 40, folks. Damn, +5. He scores 45-point round. Blistering. No, that's Trinidad. +5. 43-40. Whoops, 43-40. Excuse me. He goes up permanently, so Cotto goes up until he fatigues by 5 points to 40. Trinidad, though, scores 5 in the round. Unbelievable. Could have been a knockdown for Trinidad. Anyway, he's going to win by 3, but let's see what the judges have to say. 5, 10, 10. No matter what, the judges say these two are doing what they do best. 2, 10-9. Trinidad's going to steal this round as well, I think. 6 is 10-10. Yep, Trinidad's going to win that round. Holy cow. All right, round 7 underway. And again, Trinidad after this will fatigue. 9. Oh, big chance at a KD. Yep, there it is, folks. 9-3. It's a KD question mark. So we have to do an evasion roll, right? So here we go. Potential knockdowns. When you get a KD, you got to roll the defending's D10. So his defense, his evasion is 2. I need to roll 0, 1, or 2. And he will counter punch. No, he's going potentially going down. So now we go to our knockdown chart. Where is it at? The only problem is getting all the charts in front of you here. Here we go. All right, so the punch avoidance didn't go down. So power, 6, baby, for the heavy-handed Trinidad versus the opponent's KD. Excuse me, power punch 6, KD 7. So 6 and 7 is 8+. If I roll an 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12, Cotto goes down. And 9, down he goes. We're gonna get a 6th round KD. Holy cow! Now we have to get up. KD, where is our KD? So, did we get our avoided punch? We did not. Check for the KD. Yep, knockdown. Check for the count on the opponent's SD card. Where's my count chart? There it is. So again, I said there's a lot of details. It's pretty sweet. So his SD for Cotto is 6. I have to roll 10, 11, or 12. He will not get up. 10, 11, or 12. He's out for the count. No, man, Snake Eyes. He's on it like he basically stumbles, goes to a knee, and is up immediately. So it was a questionable knockdown. He pops right back up. However, the effect of a knockdown on ratings, his FR goes down minus. He's going to be a 32 for the next round. His KD goes down 1. He'll be a 6 on his KD. His SD goes down 1. His SD on the next round will be 5. So if he gets hammered again, his TKO goes down 1. His TKO is a 5 right there, but he got up. Woo! Where's follow-up attack? Now we do a follow-up attack. So you ask again, this game is too simple. Oh, no. Where's my follow-up? Oh, I think it's on the flip side of this. I should have printed these in separate ones. Yep, there's my follow-up attack. All right, here we go. After a KD. 4. Covers up, no further effect. So he got lucky and covered up. Holy cow. But we get +9 for the knockdown. So he's going to get, he had 38 and 9 is 47 and 32 is what, so that's going to be a guaranteed win on the judges' cards pretty much. That's a difference of 15 points. 15 points is, yeah, it's basic. We got to roll, though. He could get a 10-9 from the judges. 1, 10-8, no, 10-9, what? So even though he went down to a knee, the judges were nice to him. 3, 10-9. Trinidad's winning easy now, though, folks. But he didn't get the automatic 10-8. There's the 10-8. And wow, that was a bad round for Miguel. However, again, Snake Eyes, he jumped up quick. So you can argue, where's that count chart again? Wow, that's unbelievable. Count chart. He got up on the count of 5. So I say he got up quick. No, he took 5. He sat there on a knee to catch his breath and took a 5 count. So that's pretty cool. So you actually know that Cotto literally took 5 before he stood up, and then the ref said, let's keep going. Holy cow, that's a huge round for Trinidad. And now he fatigues, folks. And his fatigue, he's going to lose 5 points. Remember, he went to 47 for the fight. He was at 38, and now he's down 5. He's going to be at 33 for the remainder of the fight due to fatigue. And Miguel is at 32 for the next 2 rounds, I believe. Let me double check. I think it's 2 rounds that he's at 32. Following the knockdown. I got to remember all this. I don't play it all the time now because, like I said, I don't have modern boxers. Okay, the reduction is affect subsequent downs in the same round and stay affect the following. So in one more round. So one more round, he's going to be at these negative numbers, right? So, and then he will suffer fatigue at the end of this round anyway. Round 8, Cotto has to come back, but he's been knocked down, folks. 4-4. 4 and 4 is 0 points, so 32 to 33. And guess what? Trinidad's going to win that by a point. Dang, 6. 6 is 10. We're back to the 10-10. Despite a knockdown, the man is fighting on, and that's what made him a legend, like Roberto Duran, tough as nails. They called it Mexican style, willing to get as dirty and as hardcore as his opponent. 10-10. Man, so look at this. He's recovered and tied the round on all 3 judges' cards. But he fatigues, and let's see, you take the higher. He's going to lose 3 points, so he's down, oh man, he's down to 29 for the remainder of the fight. Whoops, 29 over here. I don't know what he scored yet. Here we go, round 9, holy cow. And we're going to get 4 and 2. Not good, man, for either boxer. 4-2 plus 3. Trinidad's going to score 36 to 29. That means the total is 7 points different. 7 points. It's going to be 5-10-10. Round Judge 1 likes both boxers. 5-10-10. God dang, what a battle. 8-10-10. He tied again. What a slugfest. Unbelievable. The judges love it. Even if Trinidad has got a slightly higher fighting rating, that just exemplifies that he's doing more action, more work, maybe more of what he does best. But the judges say that's just a difference in styles. They aren't punishing Cotto for not being as active as Trinidad. And that would be fitting into what the judges see, that's normal for him. And that's how you have to look at that tie round, right? Despite the difference in activity. Right? The judges said, hey, that's how this guy fights. You can't punish him for being that kind of fighter. I love that. All right, round 10, man. We're almost done here, and Trinidad's winning this fight. 5. Trinidad's going to get a permanent boost of 4 up to 40. Jeez, remember, that's a permanent boost. Oh, not 40. 33 and 4 is 37. He's up to 37. He is now higher than he was before the fight started. So as Cotto has fatigued, Felix Trinidad is adapting to his fatigue, and he's going to be a permanent boost of 4. Unbelievable. 5 on 2 is 5 more points. He's going to score 42 this round to 29. That's a 13-point difference. And 6, it's going to be won by him, 10-9. Trinidad has got this fight won, folks. It's just too much. 2, 10-9. It's finally starting to show. The judges now are seeing it unanimously, 10-9. He is outworking Cotto, and Cotto's probably showing some serious decline as the fatigue hit. And we just saw Trinidad get a boost from rolling a 5. So you got to remember, you roll a 5, there's a permanent boost. That just shows you the ebb and flow of boxers as they adjust to talent, they adjust to fatigue, they adjust to what another boxer's doing. And Trinidad has had 2 adjustments to Cotto in this fight. That makes this game freaking remarkable. It's just, there's this depth and ebb and flow. Amazing. All right, here we go. You can get this in PDF from Owzat Lamborn Games, at Owzat Games from Lamborn. So it's an import, but you can buy it in PDF and print it. All right, at least you used to be able to. All right, round 11, man. Trinidad has this fight won. 9 and 7. This is not good. 7 is +3. So again, he was at 36 +3. He's going to be 39 to 29. He wins by 10. The judge is now starting to realize it is definitely no. Judge 1 says I'm going to give it 10-10. 6. Judge 2 10-10 despite the difference. And 6 10-10 a tie round. What? Cotto fought his butt off in round 10 and the judges thumb it up and say, man, I don't know who's going to win this fight. However, his corner tells Cotto, you need to go out and knock this man out if you're going to win this fight. Go get it. Unbelievable. Here we go. Can he roll a 5 and get a boost? No. 6-3, not good. 6-3 is going to be +5. So again, 36, 41 to 29, 12-point difference. And it's going to be 10-9. He's going to win easily here, but it's going to go the distance. 5, 10-9, and 4, 10-9. He dominated the last 3 rounds. Well, they tied in round 11. Folks, let's go to the judges card. Judge 1, referee, and judge 2. So this uses a judge, referee, and a judge. So Judge 1, let's see here, 120, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 116. Whew! Referee says 120, Trinidad, 120. Damn, to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 115. So we already have a majority decision, and the final judge says 120 to 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 115. Dominated. Trinidad wins. A unanimous decision, full time, right? There it is, man. So a full 12-round bout to prove he is the better of the Puerto Ricans. Unbelievable. And what is today? Today is 7/3. We got a big holiday coming tomorrow for folks. 7/3/26. So this is a nice 4th of July, pre-4th of July battle. And there it is, folks. Felix Trinidad, Tito, and Miguel Cotto. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Cotto. I want to say Cotto, but I keep saying Cotto. So I'm not certain if I'm saying that with the right inflection. Forgive me if I am butchering that man's name. And there you have it, folks. So again, I rated him. I had to rate him pre-fight, and I just did some research. Most comparisons, Trinidad to Thomas Hearns, and Cotto to Roberto Duran. So I just made a couple of slight changes in the ratings to further identify Trinidad and Cotto versus Thomas Hearns and Duran. There it is, though. We had a 6th round KD. He got up on the count of 5, and that was a big difference. And despite the judges being really, really fair, he still swept them. 120 to 116, 120 to 115. Actually, he didn't have 120. He had 119. Whoops. Yeah, he had 119. I was going to say, he had to have had a round where 119 to 115. That's still a unanimous decision. He still got all 3 judges. And there you have it, folks. This is one of my Desert Island top games. Desert Island favorites is Let's Rumble Boxing. Right there. There's a great collection of boxers. It's just not near as big as the contemporary games. Most games now have hundreds and thousands of boxers. Main event boxing, quick event boxing. Heck, even fight card boxing is a pretty good number of boxers. I mean, this has a lot of boxers, but nothing beyond like I think 2,000. So anything beyond, like, I want to say 98 or 99 or 2000 aren't in this game. You have to rate them yourself like I did here. And then I'll go over these others. So my Desert Island favorites: Let's Rumble, Lost Ship by WM Makers, Dead Ball, Baseball with Dice, White Box, the fantastic medieval adventure game, and then, of course, Pen and Paper Football. None of my games are on the Desert Island. These would be my Desert Island games if I had the only games I could have: Stuck Alone, playing solitaire. This would be the boxing game. This would be my adventure, my fast sci-fi, fun survival game, because it's a survival game. The best baseball game, I think, on the planet is Dead Ball, Baseball with Dice. Full baseball, totally fictional career mode, unbelievable writing. WM Makers inspired me to make Big Country set in a historical kind of fiction. This is unbelievable. Of course, this is set in history, but there's fictional teams, players. You can make any team in history you want based on stats. And then my favorite OSR, Dungeons and Dragons knockoff from the old D&D white box. The original Gary Gygax white box set, obviously completely revamped and updated for modern. This has seen hundreds of hours of local sessions, open world sandbox role playing. I would GM friends locally, and we had hundreds of hours in the Unknown Lands, the Broadland campaign world I set up, Island of Sewell. These are my homebrew rules for a lot of those sessions here. This book's pretty wore out, but I love this book. And then, of course, the game that brought me back to tabletop sports, Pen and Paper Football. I'll go over all of these in other videos. There'll be those who are curious as to why they're my Desert Island. And Let's Rumble is on that list. And there it is, folks. Tito, Trinidad. Just so you know, for those who are curious, I'll talk about this when I do them, but White Box you could buy from Amazon for like $4.99. I think you can get the PDF on DriveThruRPG really cheap. Might even be free. The PDF on RPG of this might be free. The PDF for this, I think, is $1.99. So those are, I mean, you can't get cheaper, you can't get a better price than those. This, I think, is only paperback. It might be a PDF of this, but on paperback, and I think I want to say I paid $7.99 plus shipping and handling, so it might have been like $16 with shipping and tax. I don't remember. And then Baseball with Dice. Oh man, I've got the hardback, I've got the soft, and then I've got 1909. And 1909 was my first book, so I got that cheap to see if I liked it, and I loved the 1909 version, and then that led me to buy these. But I would argue probably my favorite, that what should really be on this, is 1909, not these. It would be Dead Ball, Baseball with Dice, 1909 should be right here. That book is somewhere with files of my Dead Ball games. So I would argue my Desert Island version would be 1909. But I went ahead and got all these too back in the day. You need all the D&D dice, all of the fancy dice to play Dead Ball. You need only D6s to play Lost Ship. You need all the fancy dice to play this. So these use D&D dice. And then, of course, this uses Dungeons & Dragons dice. So, ironically, 3 of my favorite Desert Island games all use D&D dice. So that's part of the reason I probably love these games, because they use those beautiful polyhedral dice from the D&D games. And so I'm sure that's partially what made me love these games, is the fact that they use these dice, right? So, pretty cool. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.